Hi, I'm Alan, and this is Daddy.
Today we've traveled to the gates of hell.
Do you think they're going to believe that?
Well, it's absolutely true, and if that doesn't catch their attention, I don't know what will.
We're really at the Rodin Museum in Philadelphia. This is an amazing museum with more than 140 examples of the great sculptor's work from every phase of Rodin's career.
But we're standing in front of Rodin's great masterwork, The Gates of Hell. Rodin worked on this tribute to Dante's Inferno for 37 years, and it wasn't even completed at his death. Could it be that in his later years his skill was leaving him and he couldn't get it right, or was he a perfectionist, determined to get it exactly right?
What makes Rodin so special anyway?
Well, this is an excellent question, and I'm not sure that I can answer. You have to decide for yourself whether or not he was a great artist. I can tell you this, though. He was working in France at the same time as the Impressionists, and art historians will scoff at this, but I think that his work in sculpture was comparable to their efforts.
Wait a minute, the Impressionists painted quickly and used great colors to express the light of a given moment. Monet painted many versions of the same wheat stack to show it at different times and seasons. How does that relate to the slow process of sculpture that rarely has any color?
See, you're technically correct, but think from your heart and not from your head. You see, how the Impressionists created their art is far less important than the effect their art had. Rodin began a new era in sculpture. He moved it from a classical approach to something much more romantic. He was perfectly capable of the great themes and anatomic detail that Michelangelo produced, but instead Rodin sculpted with great emotion.
Yeah, but he'd sometimes worked for years on sculpture, and the Impressionists worked so quickly.
Well, Degas did some sculpture, and you'll see a very similar style to Rodin's. It's as if Rodin were saying, what if I were able to sculpt as fast as the Impressionists paint? Instead of having great action frozen in time like Michelangelo did, he had action in motion. And ultimately, the Cubists will go one step further and show action at multiple times all at once.
Oh, you know what? There's an awesome explanation of that over on the Impressionists channel.
Yes, you're talking about that the great video about Les Demoiselles d'Avignon.
Don't start with French again.
Well, sorry, that's just the name of the thing. It's a wonderful video, and you definitely should check it out because they do great stuff over there at the Impressionists channel.
Yeah, they rock.
Okay.
Auguste Rodin was born in Paris in 1840 and lived to be 77 years old. And while a lot of artists burst on the scene at a young age and then lose their way, Rodin found his style closer to the age of 40 and continued improving throughout his life.
Why does everybody whisper in an art museum?
Well, I think most people don't have the courage of their convictions when it comes to art, so they talk quietly in case someone might disagree with them. I don't have that problem. I'm here to learn and state my opinion and start a discussion. And hey, that's how we learn. I just try to keep quiet so I don't embarrass you. Oh, you see how there are a lot of windows in this museum?
Yeah.
Very few museums have windows, but this building was designed to hold this collection. Depending on the day and the time and the weather, the light is going to give these sculptures a different look as you go around. Viewing a sculpture is a very dynamic experience. You need to get high and low and look at it from every angle.
Hey look, it's the thinker again.
Yeah, they actually have 3 versions here. One is outside in front of the museum, one is here inside, and one is part of the Gates of Hell. Did you know that a 28-inch version of the Thinker sold for $4.2 million a few years ago? That was a record for any sculpture ever.
Wow.
Look, here's the point. This isn't the kind of museum you go to once and cross off your bucket list. This is the place you come back to again and again to see it in different light and different seasons and weather and when you're in a different mood. And you have to look at the sculptures from every possible angle, and then you'll constantly find new meaning in it. And every time you come back, it's a different experience because really you're a different person. For example, what did you think of The Kiss?
Mushy stuff.
Yes. But someday it's going to give you an entirely different feeling.
Of course, the Gates of Hell is awesome.
See, and I knew that you were going to say that, so there's something here for everybody.
Okay, don't forget to leave a comment below. Subscribe to us, like us, pin us, and tweet us.
We have links to the Rodin Museum below. Parents, grab the kids, kids grab the parents, and get here not once, but several times. And don't forget to check out the other great channels on the lower right-hand part of the page. And you should definitely click this button for the Amour Siende video on Les Demoiselles d'Avignon.
Just stop it, no more French.
Well, I can't help it. The name of the thing is in French. What do you? I would have to translate it or something? I have to speak French.
Is it so hard just to say nothing at all?
Yes, it is hard to say nothing at all, and I have a constitutional right to speak. You remember the Constitution? But check out the Constitution video. You'll see I have a right to speak.
Yeah,
in French as well.